My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check 52. Drop deep.
65.
On first down, Rivers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll try the left side. Rivers, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go. Black 80. 11. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo is going to let this one go deep. That's going to be caught. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early.
Here we go.
And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you.
Off the play fake. Costello. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here we go, here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Rivers. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Rivers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
11.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Switch. Catch it.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. 21. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check 24. Whip.
Number West. 11. Hey, Steve 6.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, Rivers. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1.
Here we go. 13.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
21. Go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
21. Jump. Hey, Delta. Go ahead.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Right there. 56.
21.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
61. Matchbox light.
SOS.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And that drives coaches insane. Doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. To throw is Garoppolo. This is Coleman with the ground. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tevin Coleman, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 2.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hey, gun. Go ahead.
On second down, it's Coleman. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it's third down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
I got this.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
2nd and 14. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 79 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, alert! 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 Hey, Charlie!
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
58, boy, 58, Mike. Not today, you want? Not today.
11. Bravo.
58.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Tupper!
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I got one.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mike 55. Man, I got you.
Get it.
From the gun, Costello. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike 5'9".
Hey, Sam off.
I'm coming after you. Bang. Switch. Kill.
Hard.
Back to throw. Costello. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Let's go, defense.
Go.
Kill. 25. Check 25.
Look. Squeeze. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Vikings send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. Now, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, lock it. Hey, high 7.
Check 99.
Roll out. Hit it.
A final shot before break. Costello, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Vikings 28, Bears 24.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Coleman. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Leo! Hey, seam 6! Fair! Shoot!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Come on, set. 10-2 stuff. Look at me. Score. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. He's going to go for a big play. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
35, Bears 31. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Protein spill. 13. Go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play. To Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Hey, Delta. 22. Hey, here I come.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your...
At the Bears' 29-yard line.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Got it.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just line to take control of the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick. Points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought it. The team's expecting an onside kick. 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Check that. Mike, check.
On 4th down, Costello. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost fell schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Vikings, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.